Hey guys, how you doing? Yeah, I just wanted to show you some video clips of illustrate some recent gameplay, some beefs with this World of Tanks. I know I try and get off this subject, but I just can't. It's just the gameplay for me. It's just awful. The first example would be artillery. It's always been a problem since day one of this game. Maybe not for some people. Some people, artillery don't even shoot at them. I saw a video from a very famous YouTuber I talked about in my last video. How he's on top of the hill, snowy map, and nobody even shot at him. He's up there with a couple of other guys fighting, clearly spotted. Nobody shoots at him, including the enemy artillery. Took one poke at him at the very end, and be focusing elsewhere. I just couldn't believe it. You know, it doesn't happen to me. So this first one here, I'm going to show you an example of typical gameplay for me. It doesn't matter what tank I'm in, what tier, top tier, bottom tier. As I said before, I could push a wheelbarrow around here on the map, and artillery and the enemy team would want to focus me out first. So just take note here that as soon as I'm spotted in this open map, 2 artillery guys on either team, right? I don't have a chance. I don't have a hope in hell of surviving these matches. You'll watch as soon as I am spotted. As soon as I'm spotted, the shots come hurling my direction. And it wouldn't be, well, you're at the front, but wouldn't I have other video replays showing it doesn't matter if I'm at the front, the side, the left, the right, the up, the down, doesn't matter. These guys are gonna make sure that I'm focused right out of the game. Right away. No chance. No chance on an open map like that. And see there, the enemy team takes a poke at one guy there after I'm done, but game's over for me. We go on to win that, which I'm thankful for, but just barely. So some guy with TD there, super truck or something. It's called, he pulls the game out of the end there. But so number 1 beef, artillery. Next beef is again artillery, who not supporting. The difference between good artillery, bad artillery, is I always find that good artillery is on the other team, is on the other opposite team that I'm playing against. I'm usually on the team with guys who are not looking the right direction. I was warning this guy before I died that, hey, look, I'm the only one on this left-hand side of the map. They're over here, please. But there's nobody over there with me, and this guy was looking the wrong direction. He gets popped, and I warned him they were coming that way, but same game. Another beef. Platoons. Now, I'm not picking on these guys. This is just the same game. It was convenient gameplay to me for me to include. You guys who platoon up. I could use plenty of tier 10 examples of the same thing with even more guys. This is just a platoon of 2 random guys. Right? I'm not picking on them. Just using them as an example. They're off on the other side of the map doing their own thing. Couldn't give a shit about the friendlies that are getting chewed up in the city. They're off on the side doing their own fucking thing, and of course they get rewarded for that. Just had a guy today. Told you in past videos I stopped playing World Warships for this in-game camping bullshit. You see the exact same things, guys platoon there, whatever they call it, and World Warships, and they don't even start fighting until the match is long since over. And what happens? Those guys get rewarded for that with top 5 finishes. So the scoring system, these guys are taking advantage of the scoring system, which is bullshit on both of these games. Those 2 guys there finished top 5. Next beef I have is Canadians. And this is probably going to get a little political there, but this country used to be known for having fierce fights, World War I, World War II, especially World War I. The term stormtroopers was a name that Germans gave to Canadian troops in World War I. That's where it came from. And they were feared gods, right? They didn't like taking prisoners. Canadian troops were famous for not taking prisoners. And they were famous for going on nighttime raids and murdering German sentries. Just going out in the night, crawling out to the enemy lines and killing a bunch of guys, coming back. So, so I'm killing 2 birds with 1 stone in a recent video here. The camping at the back, light tanks. And I noticed guys with Canadian flags on their tanks, and they're doing nothing but camping. They're just camping, man. So this guy, you'll notice the light tank on the other team. See him there? He's running around. He runs around back and forth to both sides of the map, and he's not hanging at the back. He's out at the front, and he's helping his team. Spoiler alert: it's going to win this game, of course. I got obliterated on the me and another medium tank on the. Well, you'll see where we were as soon as we spotted. We were fucking on the track for whack. And so you got a few guys on the team who are trying, and then you look back and you see this kind of thing. It's infuriating. And I'm seeing Canadian flags. What the fuck, man? Again, I'm not picking on this guy. I could pick out a bunch of different examples. That screenshot was another example. Blah blah blah. It goes on and on. But what happened to this? Those guys don't exist anymore. This country has turned into a bunch of fucking pussies. Seriously. And watch how far he goes. That's as far as he goes forward in the entire game. So I get absolutely ripped apart by artillery every game I'm in. Usually when I'm with good artillery guys, they can take advantage of me going forward, and they do support me. But other guys will refuse to fire in my direction. I don't know if they recognize the game thing, or sometimes I see them in platoons and they're just looking after their platoon mates, and they're ignoring the rest of the map. They're ignoring the objective. They're ignoring the key areas they need to fire on, the key people that they have to fire on. Seems like the enemy team doesn't, though. They focus fire me all the time. So there's light tanks that don't go forward. Don't spot for the team, namely my team, whereas the enemy team has light tanks that are going forward and spotting. Guys, get these Canadian flags off your frickin' tanks if you're just gonna sit at the back like a fucking pussy. It's fucking embarrassing. I can't even start talking about that enough. It pisses me off so bad. What this country's turned into. when you got a black face, brown face, fucking sock, fucking freak prime minister, you know, a bunch of people who vote for that. What do you expect, right? What do you expect your country to start turning into? A bunch of fucking pussies. Speaking of pussies, next game. This bothers me. Look at where all these guys are camped at the back there. This will happen at either side of this map. Each spawn will have guys who just camp in the back, especially bad on this map. It's like this on every map, but this one is one of the worst for it. So there's a few of us here on this side who are pushing forward along with the enemy, who's also pushed forward to attack and engage. And so we're fighting away here, trade shots, and but the guys who stubbornly refuse to move forward until all the dirty work is done. This bothers me so bad about this game and World of Warships. Just today I had a guy in my clan, what do they call it, fleet, on World of Warships. Just messaged me today saying he's done with this game. Not playing it anymore. He says go ahead and remove me from the fleet. Well, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to remove anybody from the fleet right there. I stopped playing the fucking game myself a long time ago when this EU update happened. So fuck the EU. Why am I fucking agreeing to a bunch of shitheads in this fucking European Union? It's some user agreement that, you know, they forced on. I'm not blaming Wargaming. The Wargaming's got no choice if they want to have their game. You know, but their user agreements apply to this game as well. And you know, I had to. Well, I didn't have to. There may be a point one day where I'm done with this game too, the way it's going. Say fuck you. I'm not investing any more time or money into this in Wargaming. Go fuck yourself. That's what I did with. That's what this guy, who is a very good player, by the way. This is the best player. He and another guy on my fleet in World of Warships. By far the best players. Highly skilled guys. And they're saying fuck you to this game. Because the gameplay sucks there. It's exactly what you're gonna see right here, only on the water. Guys who hang at the fucking back, and they let other people go ahead and do the dirty work. And when the game is well under wraps, here's the guys I'm talking about. Look at them all. Fucking, there's fucking nothing over there. Meantime, this guy here is struggling for his life. I think anybody's gonna know. Fucking sitting on the hill there, doing nothing. Just like their opposites number were on the other side of the map, right on the enemy team. And all those guys who came forward to engage us were left to hang out to dry. But those the enemy's teammates there on the hill. So now when they figure it's safe to go forward, they start moving forward. Huh? Yeah, fuck you. That takes balls, doesn't it? Huh? You must be really proud of yourself. And you know why they do this? Because Wargaming rewards this fucking nonsense, just like they do in World of Warships. They reward this crap. This nonsense, let's wait and see at the back here, rack up some damage, and then when the game is well, either won or lost, if it's a loss, they stay where they are, right? And damage guys who are coming in to finish them off, and they say, whoa, look at what a game I had, look at that, look at the damage I got into this star on my fucking barrel. Or when the game is already won by guys who push forward and sacrifice themselves. Now they move forward slowly, 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 slowly. It's so pathetically fucking slow. Pathetic. To finish the last guys off. It's 10-4, gets whittled down to 10-2, and it takes forever to finish off the last two guys here. Watch. And somebody grow some fucking balls. And this is infuriating gameplay, man. If you're an old-fashioned Canadian, and you think to yourself, what the fuck is this? No, I'm not saying that these guys are Canadian, right? I don't see any Canadian flags here, but I'm just tying it in with the other stuff, right? Grow some balls, drive forward, there's fucking 10 of you, and finish them off. Fuck, man. It's infuriating. And I'm telling you, it's even worse on World Warships. So I stopped playing. Couldn't stand it anymore. And those guys at the end of the game, they'd be the ones getting rewarded, just like these guys are gonna get rewarded. For sitting back and letting other people do the dirty work on the front lines. What happened to those guys who, just a few of them, would crawl up to the front lines and kill a bunch of German sentries in the middle of the night? Where are those guys gone? No, they don't exist anymore. The world's lost that generation of guys. Long time ago. Now I'm so sick of this fucking game, man. And you know, a buddy of mine just left World of Warships, I'm sure for the same reason, sick of the fucking gameplay there. But of course, Wargaming's not going to pay any attention. Maybe they will. I see a bunch of bots play in the middle of the day my time, in the morning, mid-morning, early afternoon, game in Tier 10, populated by bots. I'm not talking lower tiers, I'm talking Tier 10 games populated by freaking bots. People are leaving this game. Is it any wonder why when you see this shit here? These guys finishing top 3. The guys who fucking hang out at the back of the map waiting for other people like this guy here at Conway and me to go forward and do the dirty work. Fucking Anyhow, guys, thanks for listening to the rant, and maybe you feel the same way, maybe you don't, but somebody's got to call this stuff out, man. It's ridiculous. It's ruining the game.